I really don't know how to start this one. You know, Ava and I have never been prone to making content too much about our personal lives. That is, when our personal lives don't have to do with, you know, delicious food, which is what we like to do with you guys. We like to share and talk about amazing food, Italian cuisine. The only real exceptions are, you know, sometimes we'll come here and share kind of little life updates and stuff, but only in so far as they affect what we do here weekly with you guys. And that's definitely the case with this situation. I guess I'll just cut right to the chase. Ava is not here and might not be here for a while. As many of you know, this past Christmas, she and I learned that she was pregnant. It's been an amazing half a year. We found out we're having a daughter. Everything was going super great. Ava had a lot of like nausea early on in the pregnancy, but that went away. She was doing well. The baby was growing. She was kicking. I could feel her. Every time we went to our regular checkups and ultrasounds and everything was great. And then about a week ago, as I record this, one morning Ava woke up and well, she had a little accident, meaning how do I say this? She wet her pants. Now, one thing you'll read about pregnancy is that one of the possible side effects of growing a human being inside of your body is that sometimes mothers-to-be can experience incontinence. So frankly, when this happened, we thought like, oh, this is probably normal. It's probably nothing to worry about. But it was pretty early in the morning. Her doctor's office was still closed, so we couldn't call them. And we thought like, let's go to the hospital just in case. So we hop in the car and we drive to the nearest hospital. Ava gets checked in and she goes through the doors. I have to wait outside. But again, remember at this point that we just thought for sure this was something kind of like normal, and the doctors would probably just immediately send her home and be like, oh yeah, it's normal, like don't worry about it. So I'm waiting outside, and then a few minutes later I get a call from Ava and she says like, yeah, that wasn't incontinence, my water broke. At this point she is less than 7 months pregnant, so obviously that wasn't great news to hear. The doctors at the hospital decide to transfer Ava to another hospital that's farther away, that apparently is better for this sort of thing. And so they rush her off in an ambulance. I'm left there not really knowing what's going on, not having been able to talk to a doctor, just getting this hurried phone call from Ava just being like, my water broke, they're taking me to Catanzaro. As some of you also know, I am currently studying to get my Italian driver's license. And until I get it, I can't legally drive. But I take the risk, I hop in the car, I drive to that hospital in the city of Catanzaro. I actually beat the ambulance there. Meanwhile, Ava's mom is getting a ride to the hospital. So she and I meet up there. And the only thing I see of Ava is her being wheeled down a hallway past me on a stretcher, crying. That's it. That's all I see her. I'm not allowed in. The guards stop me. They're like, oh, you gotta check in, you gotta do it, you know, whatever. We finally find the like gynecology wing where she's headed, but I guess it's like it's a very female-centric wing, and so men are not allowed in most of the day, so I'm not even allowed in to see Ava. Ava's mom is allowed to go in, but I'm just left waiting outside in this hospital for an entire day. Every now and then I'm getting a quick little text from Ava, but not really a lot of useful information. I don't really know what's going on. I'm just like pacing the halls of this hospital. And obviously all I'm doing this entire day is, you know, Googling and consulting Dr. ChatGPT, like what is going on? What is happening here? What does this mean? It was without a doubt the scariest, worst day of my life. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know how Ava was doing. I didn't know if my baby was still alive. Finally, at 7 p.m., I was allowed to go in and see Ava. And that was, ironically, on one of the worst days of my life, one of the happiest moments of my life, because man, after that that long day of waiting and worrying, just being able to see her again was like, I don't know, it was like we'd been apart for like 10 years or something. And that's where I learned a little bit more. And the very, very good news was that for the moment, Ava was okay, the baby was okay. Ava's water had indeed broken for various reasons during a pregnancy. The membrane that holds the baby can prematurely break. That can be caused by an infection, or it can also just be, as I've learned, something that just happens. It can happen to anyone. And what it means is that the baby could be born within hours, or within days, or within weeks, or within months. So when this happens, the doctor's goal is to try to extend the pregnancy as long as possible. Obviously, the baby is not done developing, so the longer that you can keep them in the mother's womb, the better. And that's basically where we are today. Ava has now been in the hospital for a week. They are monitoring her and the baby closely. She just finished an antibiotic regimen because, again, one of the big problems here can be infections. And hopefully we can just keep the pregnancy going as long as possible. Again, the baby could kind of come at any time and might need to go into NICU, which is where, you know, they put premature babies to help them finish their development. The doctors did say that it's possible that there could be some negative developmental effects on the baby because essentially all of Ava's amniotic fluid is gone. Luckily, it seems like that is unlikely to be major, but it's still very scary, and we don't really know what's going to happen. We have no idea when the baby might come, and quite likely Ava is going to need to stay in the hospital until that day comes. The hospital is in a city called Catanzaro, which is a little over an hour away from where we live here in Dasa. And it's a frustrating and difficult situation for both of us because Ava is, you know, stuck in the hospital. And let's just say Ava is not someone who likes being cooped up, and this is about as cooped up as you can be. Meanwhile, I can only visit her for 1 hour a day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So basically every night I am going to Catanzaro, over an hour there, over an hour back, to spend 1 hour with her there, which is further difficult because I can't drive. Again, I don't have my driver's license. Ava's parents, they don't really drive anymore. They're getting older, maybe little short distances, but driving, you know, an hour on the highway and stuff, they're not up to. So our whole kind of family is locked down a bit, but we've found a way to go basically every single day. We've had help from people here in the community. Everyone has just started offering like, oh, we can help you, we can drive you there. It's just been amazing. My dad came down from Rome for a few days. He was driving me back and forth to Catanzaro every night. If things continue like this for very long, you know, we're considering, you know, I might rent an apartment there or something so that I can be right there and be close to her. But for now, we're doing the best we can. And oh, we bring her lots of food. It may be Italy, but it's still hospital food. So every time we go, we have coolers and thermal bags and stuff. Ava's mom will cook amazing stuff for her. Someone in town here gave us a bunch of really fresh cherries that they went out and picked, one of Ava's favorite fruits. We even brought Ava this tiny little mini fridge that she can keep in her hospital room. So yeah, everything is just kind of a waiting game right now. We don't have too many answers because no one can really predict anything. We just kind of have to see how things go. The good news is that as of right now, Ava's doing great. She's not in any pain. She's not having any contractions. She feels fine. And our daughter, she's doing great. They check her heartbeat like all the time. They do ultrasounds and measure all kinds of stuff that is way over my pay grade. And she kicking and moving just like always. So we're very lucky to be able to say that, at least at the very moment, the worst thing that's going on is just the, logistical stuff of Ava being stuck in the hospital and me barely being able to visit her and just, feeling separated in a weird way. It's not fun. My mom is coming to visit soon, and she'll be able to help out too. So obviously, this means that the immediate future of our YouTube channel here is difficult to predict. We don't know how long Ava's gonna be in the hospital. I imagine that many of you, like me, are eagerly awaiting her return. But it could be a while. And obviously the important thing right now is that she takes care of herself and of the baby. But I did want to come on here and explain to you guys what's going on, because I know as a fan of other YouTube channels, if a YouTube channel I watched all the time, if they just sort of dropped off the face of the earth, I would be concerned. So I thought it was worth doing this this little update, and we're gonna kind of take this day by day and see how things go. Ava has been encouraging me to try to do some videos on my own while she's gone. I obviously do not have her knowledge or skill, but we do have a few fun ideas of things that I could do on my own while she's taking a little break. And goodness, I have time on my hands, let's just say, sitting around here by myself. So I'm gonna see. I have some things in the work. If you guys have any ideas, anything you'd like to see or think would be fun for me to do, I'm happy to consider anything. Anything to use up some hours while we're waiting. But obviously, if we're not here on YouTube regularly for a little while, now you know why. We are very confident and have a lot of faith that everything's going to be okay. As of right now, everything is going as well as it could be under the circumstances, and we are extremely grateful for that. Very, very lucky, because it could be a lot worse. And man, being in the hospital, there are a lot of people who are going through a lot worse. So we're certainly not going anywhere for good. We'll be back, hopefully better than ever. To all of you out there who watched our videos, even just once, but especially those of you who have been with us for a while, and to everyone who, ever since we found out Ava was pregnant, has just been sending us so many warm wishes and congratulations and been so nice and kind. Just wanted to say a huge, huge thank you. Thank you to all of you who support us on Patreon. We hope that even if we're a little bit absent for now, you guys will keep cooking good food, send us pictures, and yeah, that's about what I've got, guys. Thanks for watching. Wish us luck. Ava says a big hello to you all. Love you guys. Take care. Ava just texted me to remember to water the plants. I've been watering them every single day.